Jack Fleming Artistry here. I am at Triple T Transport in Carbon, Texas. I've actually already started painting on this. Let's go back to the beginning of this job. I've got paper over this right now. We're going to trace this, and then we're actually going to paint it on another truck where we're taking the stickers off. They've got stickers on this one too. Just to show you real quick, I just got tracing paper over the top of this. I'm actually going to trace all parts of this because we're keeping all the logos the same. Skip past this and show you guys the next part. It's all traced out, but something I did, if you can see in here, I traced the actual letter itself on the outside borders, but there's two other lines in here I skipped just for time's sake. No sense. Need to peel off this vinyl so we can put paint on here. This truck's one that kind of special, I guess, in a sense. He's wanting it to have paint work on it because it's already got some older paint on it. Make this match what was on there. I got to get all this adhesive stuff off first using my plastic razor blade and some wax and grease remover on a rag to kind of help break that up. When I'm done, clean it off just to get the film off of it. No matter how many times I show it on this channel, I always get people asking the same question. That's how I'm transferring my design from the paper onto the truck. I'm using Ceral transfer paper slid between my paper sheet and the truck itself. It's got a chalk on it that releases whenever you trace over it. I find it interesting that just about every time I do a semi truck, and I don't remember if this customer was the same way or not, but just about every time I get the owner saying, man, can you make the DOT numbers not just screaming at you? Which I find kind of funny because the DOT regulations tell you, 2 inches tall, contrast in color to the vehicle. And I get semi-truck drivers and stuff like, can you make them just a little bit less than 2 inches so that they have to measure them? Or make them not contrasting so we've got something to talk about? Oh, from the outside looking in, it almost seems like a game that they're playing with the DOT people. But despite the fact that in this shot right here, this looks like it's really super subtle, it's actually not that gratefully subtle. It's a higher contrast and value. It reads pretty darn well from over 50 feet away, which leads to our other color choices on this job. If you notice when I was peeling the sticker off, it was blues on blue. Even the other one that we were tracing on the other truck was really kind of subtle. From a distance, really hard to read. And the owner specifically asked that I could make it so that their logo, so that the name stands out really good from a distance and is more readable. Which is my philosophy on what signage should be anyways. It should be easy to read from a distance, just like the DOT numbers should be. But if I want this logo to be a focal point of this truck, something that stands out the most, then it needs to stand out even more to me than those DOT numbers need to. So the highest contrasting thing to the blue of this truck was white. And then to make that pop even more, I surrounded it with a little bit of black so that there's even more high contrast right around those letters. After that, I'm coming in with what I'll call secondary-ish colors here. Not secondary like on the color wheel, but not as important of colors. And the magenta and the lighter blue that's on this, I chose specifically to tie into the striping that was already on this truck. That way everything looks like it belongs together. If we can try to make these letters look like they've been there as long as those other stripes. I also freshened those up a little bit just so that it all, again, ties together. They're a little bit worn, but that kind of adds to the character of the truck and speaks to the history of this truck. It's been around for a little while. It doesn't hurt me the fact that I kind of like magentas and blues and teals and stuff together, probably because I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I actually really liked all the lines and stuff that were on the design that they had going around everything. I think it adds a great sense of depth. Here you can get a little bit better sense of how well those DOT numbers actually stand out and see the striping that was already on here. And here you can see how all those outlines not only give it depth, but almost make it kind of glow, which is kind of cool. I like the striping that was on this truck. I know this video is a little bit shorter than a lot of the videos and stuff that I put out, but part of that's because there was a pretty good winter storm coming in whenever this happened, and spent more time focused on trying to get the job done so that I could get home and not be stuck out in the weather, and it was cold. But as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Again, I hope you like this. If you did, hit the like button. Please subscribe so you can see more stuff like this. Or if you're interested in continuing to watch stuff like this, click on one of the 2 videos that pops up either side of my head here, and y'all have a good day.